Hi, Alice here. It's so nice. We have a brief break from the rain, and I have to go out and just check out my circle garden that has so many beautiful blooming wildflowers. And one that I am just enthralled with today is this coneflower. Check it out. Is it not a beauty? These plants, they're also known as echinacea, and they are in the Asteraceae family, the largest family of flowering plants, over 30,000 in the world. And you can see just while we're standing here, we had a butterfly. It came back and it is busy gathering nectar. And these plants have this characteristic flower center, which is called disc floret. And it's got little florets in a beautiful pattern. And then it has the petals are called also ray florets. And each one is considered in the botanical world to be a little flower. So this is a pretty interesting structure. And you can see the beautiful color. Some of them, the younger ones that are they're a lighter pink, but a darker pink into lavender. So they grow 2 to 3, even 4 feet tall. This one is about 3 feet. And I have a couple of plants here together so that I have a nice bunch. Over here, across on the other side of the circle garden, I have planted another couple of purple echinacea or purple coneflowers. And this one is smaller. They can grow 1 to 2 feet also, but this is smaller, but same kind of flower. Very characteristic. You can recognize it right off the bat. And if you listen, you can hear some of the native bees. This is a big pollinator attractor. All kinds of native bees, butterflies, especially even hummingbirds come to this plant. And here is the other purple coneflower, and it is just getting ready to open, full of buds, all greenish looking. Hard to believe this is going to turn into such a spectacular plant as the one behind it. In another section of the circle garden, I have another variety of echinacea, and this is the white one. And these plants are smaller. Don't know if they're going to grow bigger or not, but uh, here is one blooming. It's hidden by the foliage, but here is what it looks like. It's got the disc center, the ray floret around it, and all of these will be just like that one. And so this plant is going to be covered with these white coneflowers, and I planted 3 of these. So I am looking forward to seeing them as they bloom. This is springtime. This plant, USDA Hardiness Zone, is 3 to 9, but in Florida, it's 8 to 10. When I was doing some research on the starry rosinweed plant, which is part of the Asteraceae family, and I did a video. It's over next door to purple coneflower. I call it the cousin. You can see it's got a similar disc and florets, but almost like double florets. But it has the same USDA Hardiness Zone, 3 to 9, and 8 to 10 in Florida, and the same requirements for soil, sun, and water. So the purple coneflowers like full sun, partial shade. They like for blooming and growing and thriving. And they like variety of soils. They do well in sandy soil, in clay, and in loamy soils, provided it's well drained. They do not like to sit in water and have soggy bottoms. So on this bed that I'm walking to now, this is my Mary garden, and I have planted some more purple coneflowers here at the back. These are all transplants from a plant that I had originally planted in the backyard. And you can see they are getting ready to bloom. They were transplanted in late fall. So they're pretty small, but they're not as old as the ones in the front that I showed you in the circle garden. Those are 2 years old, and these are just getting started. This is their first spring season growing. And you can see some of the other plants that I've got growing. I just did recently a video on the coreopsis that we have blooming here in early spring in Florida. And on the other side of the Mary garden, look, just had to stop for butterfly. And this plant that we're looking at is also in the Asteraceae family, and we'll get to it in another video. But here are more purple coneflowers that I transplanted all at the same time in the late fall. All of these plants were covered with snow when we had our freak snow in December, and they are thriving. What's great about the purple coneflower and a lot of these plants in the Asteraceae family is they are prolific reseeders. They will drop their seeds, or the seeds might get carried by the air, almost like on little parachutes. Then they will reproduce, and you will have flowers like I had to transplant and to have in a variety of spots in your garden. A special bonus with this purple coneflower or this echinacea plant is that it is heat, humidity, deer, and salt resistant. And as I said in a previous video, it's hard to imagine anything deer resistant if a deer is starving. But the leaves are kind of coarse, almost hairy, and so far I have found that deer that may hop into my yard have not been eating the leaves of this plant, nor have they been eating the flowers. I'm saying this is a pretty good plant to have in your garden if you have a lot of deer. And if you're wanting to have a pollinator garden and be really successful at attracting pollinators, butterflies, and even hummingbirds, then the purple coneflower might be just the plant for you. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to Garden Yay. It makes such a difference. I appreciate it. Enjoy your garden.